Okay, hello, this is Wmpyr, here to talk about your defense system. Okay, so person is going to attack me. It's coming right here, and I'm gonna block it, right? So whether I block it like this with just one arm, and I have this just in case this comes back here, or if I do this, 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 to me it's all the same. As long as the angle in my body mechanics will stay consistent. So to me, once again, hand position doesn't matter. So I group all of that together. As long as the angle is the same and as long as my body mechanics is the same, then it's the same technique is the way that I view it. So I call that grouping it all together, whether it's here, you know, whether it's like this, or whether it's like this, or whether it's like this, or whether it's like this. I group it together and I just call it the diamond defense, okay? And that can be done over here, or that could be done over here, you know, or here, or here, or here, okay? So that's up to you. Now, when you do this, traditionally, the attack's coming in and you go boom right here, and then we go into a counterattack, right? So boom, 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 boom. We're taught to do that. We're taught to continue on. So we block it, and then we immediately come into a counterattack. And the way that's done is the opponent, my partner, my training partner, gives me an attack, feeds me an attack, and boom. I defend against it. I counter, boom, 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 boom. And I do all that, and they just kind of like sit there frozen and let me do the follow-up attacks, combo attacks, right? That's the way it's traditionally done. Now, you know, the reason why that is a good thing is because it puts you in the mentality that you're not just going to do this, and it gets you working, that you're going to look for opportunities and continue your attack. You're not just going to be block and then that's it, because if you do that, that's not a good idea. They're going to continue their attack on you. And in other words, when you block, you have to do more than just block. So you're going to block, even if it's defensive, like you're going to get away, you're going to, you know, make it harder for them to attack you, or you're going to attack. You're going to go into combos, boom, 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 and attack back. Either way, you don't just block and that's it. You're going to block and then you're going to do something. So the first step is, you know, is to block, and then you go into that counter, boom, 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 and get into that idea where you don't just block and sit there, that you keep following through with combos. So that's not a bad thing, okay? But that is, to me, level one. And why is that level one? Because for me to do that, boom, I block, and then I go into my counter strikes, boom, boom, boom. It looks nice and everything. It's a good thing, like I said, but it requires that the opponent just kind of give the attack and they freeze. And that's not very realistic. So our job is not to criticize this. Like I said, it's a good thing to practice that because it helps you immediately go into combos. So that's a good thing. But let's now, after you've done that kind of practice, let's now make it a little bit more realistic. And in order to make it more realistic, what do we need to do? Well, what I like to imagine before you start going into like evasive, you know, or defending why you attack and things of that nature, what I recommend is, and this comes from a Wing Chun concept, which is the body is divided into 4 quadrants. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's basically 4 quadrants that I'm going to attack. So upper right, lower right, upper left, and lower left. Just 4, right? So when they block like this, or whatever they do, or maybe they're attacking back, they're going to occupy at least one of those quadrants. And when they do, I'm going to feel the pressure. It's based off of feel, because all this happens so quickly. So I'm trying to attack them, and I feel this is happening. Then boom. You see, I feel that, and I go now, switch to the quarter. So what I recommend to you guys is instead of just memorizing a pattern, right, where I block and then I go into a pattern, like I strike here, I do this, and I do that. Instead of memorizing a pattern, I would work on the quadrants. So to be able to go from right to left, left to right, right, upper right, to diagonal bottom left, you know, or any one of those combinations, to be able to go smoothly from quadrant to quadrant, boom to boom to boom, from low to low, high to high, high to low, low back to high, to low to back to high. So I'm hitting 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm playing around with that. I recommend that you guys practice that, because once again, to me, that's more realistic. When the opponent's coming at you and then you block the move and they still continue, you might feel the energy come, so then I come around here. And then, you know, this side may be open so I can continue here and then come back up here. But then now they took the strikes there, so now they're blocking that. So then I come around here. See, I work those quadrants. So that's my recommendation. That's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.